So many of us have gone through life, and life has let us down. You can find yourself stressed out. You can find yourself depressed, mentally fragile because of the experiences, the turbulence that you have gone through. I know what it's like to barely hold on, to barely feel like you're breathing and barely feel like you can come up for air. Look up and recognize that there is a way out. There is a path for you to take, and it's not an easy path. It takes courage and it's hard. But what is the other choice? What else can we do? Let the darkness completely consume us, be overtaken by temptation and vice? No, do not accept that. You can triumph over these dark forces. You can become better. You can be better. Growth is faster and deeper during your darkest days, through that separation, through that unemployment, through that tragedy, through that loss. Maybe you've been knocked down in your life, and it seems like the fight is over. It is not over unless you quit. Those terrible events in your life, you can create a new story of triumph from them. So here's what I say to you: there are going to be times when you're wondering, why should I keep showing up and working my business? Why should I keep at it? Why should I keep showing up to the conventions, keep picking up the phones and making the calls? Why should I keep fighting for my goals and dreams? I want to remind you that you gotta show up for your life regardless of the circumstances. You gotta show up in spite of the naysayers, in spite of the conversation going on in your mind. You gotta show up for your life, because if you don't, nobody else will. Fight your way through this battle. Your greatness comes from within, and once you realize that, nothing will stop you. Nothing will keep you from being great. It's already there, you just have to feel it and know that you were placed here for a reason. Fight your way through it. Fight your way through the battle, through that academic struggle, through divorce, through boxing, through football. If it was easy, everybody would do it. You've come too far to quit now, you need to get a reward for it. I know you might be hurting, but just know after this battle, you will come out on the better side. You have to see it, you have to feel it, you have to know that this life was made for many battles, and you were made just for a time like this. When the defining moment comes, either you define the moment, or the moment defines you. Either you decide that you're not going to concern yourself with the naysayers or what has happened, and you commit to doing what you have to do to experience a lifestyle you've never had, or the moment defines you. And 20 years from now, you look back and wonder, what if I had taken a chance on myself? What if I had stayed in the game? What if I had kept making the phone calls? What if? But let me tell you, something amazing happens when you make the decision to move forward on your goals and dreams. If you are an underdog, you have to believe against all odds. You have to learn to close your ears to everyone, to block out distractions and get focused. Be very intentional, very deliberate, very strategic. Be deliberate about what time you wake up, what time you go to bed, what you eat, and who you bring into your life. Winners win and losers lose. If you create a culture of losing, if you let people treat you any kind of way, it becomes your reality. We have to face our trauma, embrace the pain and darkness, and let it mold us. The dark times are when we build higher, dream harder, push further, and love deeper. That's what forms your future. When you go through a storm, it strengthens you. When you reclaim your life after adversity, you gain a new power, and you will never be the same. There are certain experiences that shape you into a different person with a new spirit, power, and energy. Don't say, "I'm going through a bad time." Say, "I'm going through a character-building experience." Your setback will become your comeback. Go through the darkness, come out on the other side, and let that version of yourself change the world. Some things in life are out of your control. The choice is either to give up or keep going. Are you going to believe in yourself or in the judgments of others? Some people will say you're a failure and that no one cares. But just because you've fallen down doesn't mean you can't get back up. Fear paralyzes you, but as long as you try, there's always a chance of getting up. It's not the end until you give up. The fact that you're here proves you have another chance. For some of you, getting up means fighting back. It means going to the doctor, returning to counseling, or restarting medication. It might mean believing that your mission is not destroyed by your depression. Get up and find your purpose. I dare you to fail. I dare you to keep going despite failure. Your attitude shapes your success. You don't need to be born with privilege or money, just the right mindset and attitude. Your success isn't determined by what's around you, but by what's inside you. Life will test how badly you want what you say you want. Every mission you set out on, you must complete. Greatness isn't given, it's earned through blood, sweat, and hard work. If you've had it harder than others, you'll have to work harder. But trust me, you have greatness inside you. Regardless of what life throws at you, stand tall and embrace the discomfort. That's where growth happens. When you take life head on, you'll get knocked down, but determination gives meaning and power to your life. The journey isn't easy. Most start off strong, but when the grind sets in, they lose focus. Winners push through the daily struggles, while others quit when things get hard. Don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. A winner gets back up again and again. It doesn't matter how hard you fall, it matters that you get back up. If you learn from failure, it's not failure. Look up, and if you can look up, you can get up. I dare you to take the pain. Because at the end of pain is success. Use your pain to drive you. If life has dealt you challenges, don't make excuses. Take 100% ownership of your life. You have two choices: accept things as they are, or take responsibility to change them. Winners don't avoid problems, they master handling them. They look for solutions, not pity. You have to decide, will you be a victim or a victor? Don't blame others for where you are. Accept responsibility and take yourself where you want to go. The difference between winners and losers is how they respond to adversity. If you want to succeed, stop quitting at the first sign of struggle. Every painful experience is fuel for greatness. Life tests you to see how badly you want to achieve your goals. When you push through pain, there's glory on the other side. Don't give up. Use every hardship as a stepping stone to greatness. You've come too far to quit now. Get a reward for your struggles. You've invested too much to stop now. All we do is win. The darkest moments precede the dawn. Whatever challenges you face, they've prepared you for this moment. There's greatness within you. Face your storms with courage. You have the power to overcome anything. Fight through the pain and let it propel you to success. The things you once trusted, the people, routines, and dreams can vanish in an instant, leaving you feeling hollow and disoriented. Your spirit feels fractured, and it's easy to wonder if you'll ever be whole again. But here's the truth: being broken is not the end of your story. It is part of your transformation. The breaking is painful, no doubt. But just as gold is refined in fire, your soul is being shaped through this hardship. There is strength hidden within your struggle, waiting to emerge. Life's hardest moments are meant to be felt, not ignored. Don't shame yourself for feeling broken or lost. Let the tears fall, let the anger rise, let the sadness pour through you. Healing doesn't come by pretending to be fine, it comes by facing the reality of your emotions head on. You need to allow yourself the grace to hurt without apology. But while it's okay to visit those dark places, do not let them become your permanent home. Let them be a stop along the way, not your destination. Pain may shape you, but it doesn't define who you are. It can feel like no one understands your pain, and sometimes the silence from those around you cuts deeper than the struggle itself. But remember, even in isolation, there is always hope. Somewhere out there, someone has walked a path similar to yours and survived. You don't have to carry this weight by yourself. Reach out, even if it's just a whisper. I need help. Vulnerability takes courage, but it will open the door for support, healing, and connection. It may feel endless now, as if the darkness will never lift. But just as night inevitably gives way to morning, your pain will eventually fade. Healing is a slow process filled with setbacks, but progress comes, even if it's just a little bit each day. Some days your biggest achievement may be simply getting out of bed, and that's okay. Survival is not a small feat, it's proof of your strength. Don't measure your progress by how far you think you should be. Even the smallest step forward is a victory. Diamonds are made under pressure, and muscles strengthen when they're torn. This painful moment in your life is not without purpose. It is molding you, shaping you, and preparing you for something greater than you can currently imagine. What feels like an end is often just the beginning of a new chapter 1, where you rebuild yourself stronger and wiser than before. Life may knock you down, but every time you stand back up, you prove that you are more resilient than the obstacles in your way. Failure, loss, and heartbreak are not signs that you are weak, they are proof that you were brave enough to live, to try, and to care. The fact that you're still here means there is more to your story. Your survival is a testament to your inner strength. When you decide to fight through the pain and keep moving forward, something powerful begins to happen. Each time you push past the fear, each time you refuse to quit, you gain a little more strength, a little more clarity. Rebuilding is not just about putting the pieces back together, it's about becoming someone new, someone even more incredible than before. Your past may have tried to break you, but your future is waiting for you to rise. The scars you carry, whether physical, emotional, or mental, are not signs of defeat. They are evidence of your survival. One day, those scars will become the map that shows how far you've come. You will look back on this time not with bitterness but with pride, knowing that you faced what tried to destroy you and refused to let it win. There is strength in your brokenness and beauty in the way you rise from it. Keep going. Your story is far from over, and the best chapters are still waiting to be written.